Welcome to iLecture Online. Here are the next two review exercises, and they're slightly different in nature. Notice that they give us the information that the line segment from A to B is congruent to the line segment from C to D. That means that they must have the same length. They may be oriented in a different direction, but they have the same length. So if I have two chords that cut through a circle and they have the same length, that means that the arc length associated with that chord must be equal if the two lengths are equal. So therefore we can conclude that the measure from A to B, the arc length measure from A to B, must also be 114 degrees, because we know from D to C it's 114 degrees. Which means we can now easily find the measure from A to D. So we can say that the measure from A to D is equal to 360 degrees minus 114 degrees minus 114 degrees minus 42 degrees. Together that is, well, we'll write it. So this is equal to 360 degrees minus 228 degrees minus 42 degrees. Combining those two, that is equal to 360 degrees minus 270 degrees, which is 90 degrees. So when you do it like this, the arithmetic is a little bit easier. You're less likely to make a mistake. All right, so now we know the measure of that is 90 degrees, so we go ahead and plug that in. So this is 90 degrees right here. Now we can use the usual formula. We can say that the value for x must be equal to 1/2 the measure of the arc length on the far side, so that would be 90 degrees, minus the arc length on the closed side, which is 42 degrees, which is equal to, that would be 1/2 times 48 degrees, which is equal to 24 degrees. So that is the value for x, 24, and that is correct. All right, so now for the second example. Now this is a little bit strange, but we are given that the line from A to B is parallel to the line from C to D. Which means that, well, that's not necessary condition, but we know that these are two opposite angles, so we know that this angle must also be x degrees. And by using a rule, because now we have a point inside the circle, but it's farther away from the center of the circle to this side, and it's closer to this side, what we can say here is that the measure of the angle x, the measure of the angle x, or simply x degrees, must equal 1/2 the measure from D to C, along the arc length right here, so that would be the measure from D to C, plus the measure from A to B. And we can also say that on the other side, again, that's the same thing, right? We can also, because if we go to the other angle, we can make the same argument. So it's the same for both angles because they're equal to one another in measure. So that means that this arc length right here must equal to this arc length right here. So let's call it y degrees for a moment, y degrees. And if that's true, then these two measures must also be equal. So this one must also be 105 degrees. So now we can say that 105 degrees plus 105 degrees plus y degrees plus y degrees equals 360 degrees. So moving these across, we can say that 2y degrees is equal to 360 degrees minus 210 degrees. Or 2y degrees is equal to 310 minus that, which is 150 degrees, or y degrees is equal to 75 degrees. Now, that means that all these angles must add up to 360 degrees, so that this angle must be equal to 105 degrees, this angle must be equal to 105 degrees, and this angle must be equal to 75 degrees, and this angle must be 75 degrees. Whoop. 75 degrees. In other words, we can conclude that x degrees must equal y degrees, and therefore we can say that x degrees equals 75 degrees. And that is how it's done.